What's up guys, this is your chest and triceps workout. You're going to need at least one set of dumbbells, a chair, and a physio ball if you have one. If not, no worries, you can always do the exercises on the floor instead of the ball. You're going to be working for 50 seconds and resting for 10 seconds. When you hear a ding, that's your cue to start. When you hear the air horn, then you want to stop. Oh look, there's Mini-Me! She's going to be showing you the modifications. Alright guys, you ready for this? Have a water bottle nearby, and here we go. We are starting with a good old burpee and a push-up. Start it up in 3, 2, and 1. So you want to place those hands down, kick it back into a high plank with your abs tight and your back flat. Perform a nice push-up, and then hop back up towards your hands, pop back up, and repeat. Modification. Take a look at Mini-Me. She's showing you how she puts her hands on the ground, steps back into a plank, drops the knees to the ground, keeping a flat back, performs a push-up, and then steps back up. All of these exercises that involve jumping can always be modified to be low impact. You just work the hardest you can for the 12 minutes. You can do it, guys. Quick and painless. 15 more seconds. Good. Resting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next we have a walkout to a low plank into a high plank. And we're starting it up in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So keeping your legs as straight as possible, place your hands on the ground, walk it into a high plank position, then slowly and gently lower yourself into a low plank. Extend those arms back up by pushing up your body weight into a high plank and walk back up towards your toes. You want to make sure you alternate what arm comes up first from the low plank to high plank so that you work those muscles evenly. Nice job. Always engage your core. Always keep a nice flat back when you're in that plank position. Modification is just doing the same exercise except dropping down to your knees when you're going into the low plank, high plank. You got this, guys. 10 more seconds on the clock. Go at your own pace. Try to feel a nice stretch in those hamstrings. It's a great way to stretch out while you're working your core and your arms, shoulders, chest. Good work. And stop. Rest it up. Next, we have a chest press on the ball if you have one. If you don't have one, you can do the same exercises lying down on the floor. Starting up in 2, 1. Here we go. So if you are on the ball, sit on the ball, walk yourself into a bridge position and hold those weights right beside your chest. Take a deep breath in and then exhale, extend those arms up, meet the weights together at the top of the movement, and slowly and controlled come back down to the starting position. So if you're on the ball, you're also working your hamstrings and your glutes and your core as well as your chest with the basic chest press. Take your time, go at your own pace, working for another 20 seconds. Resting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next we have a push-up hold and then going into 4 shoulder touches. Start up in 2, 1. Here we go. So you want to begin in the high plank position, perform a push-up with a flat back and shoulder touch. So opposite hand to shoulder. Keep trying to keep the hips as straight across as possible. Shoulder, shoulder, 4 times, and then down, hold it for a second or 2, and then come right back up. That hold is extra hard, so do that if you want to challenge yourself. Modification is just on your knees. Look in the upper left-hand corner. It's push up on the knees, and then you're still on your knees for the shoulder touch. Main thing is your back is flat, your abs are tight. Good work. Just 5 more seconds on the clock. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, grab your chair. We're going into tricep dips. And we are starting in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So you want to face away from the chair or whatever surface you're using. Place your hands right beside your hips, keeping your hips close to the chair or surface. You want to bend the elbows keeping them parallel, go directly back, and then extend those arms and squeeze those triceps. So bend, inhale, exhale, and extend. You want to make sure you're not shrugging your shoulders. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. All you're doing is bending those elbows back and extending up. The harder version is with your legs extended because you're really just placing all the weight into your arms. Modified is bent knees, feet on the floor, and then use your legs as needed for assistance. Good work. Resting in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next, hard exercise. We're going into Nosedivers. It's going to work the shoulders a little bit, the triceps a lot. We're going to get a nice stretch with it too, and we're starting now. Here we go. So start in a downward dog position with your hips up, and you're just gonna drop your head in between your hands. Act like you're going into a dive, and then feed your upper body through your arms. Lift up the chest, and then go right back into downward dog. Modification is dropping down to your knees for a tricep push-up, keeping the elbows close to your body, and then just going right into downward dog. Takes a lot of shoulder strength to be able to just ease your way into that nose diver. Do your best. This will get easier the more you do it. Make sure to keep those elbows in close to your body. 10 more seconds. Good. Resting in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next, we're back on that ball for an alternating chest press. Again, if you don't have a ball, no worries. You can do the same exercise lying down on the ground, starting in 2, 1. Here we go. So sit on that ball, walk yourself out back into that bridge position, and you're just going to alternate bringing one arm up towards the ceiling, keeping in line with your chest, and then the other arm. Keep it moving, guys. Make sure to keep those hips lifted, pushing up through the heels if you're on the ball. And nice and controlled movement with those arms. Steady breathing pattern. Good work. $15 more seconds on the clock. Resting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, more push-ups coming up next, but this one's fun. It's going to be a single leg push-up. You're going to drive your knee to your chest, lift that leg up for extension, and do a push-up. Starting now. Here we go. Let's bring that right leg up towards the ceiling. You're going to do that push-up, then bring your right knee across towards your left elbow, and do a push-up. So you're going to do 2 on one side and then 2 on the other side, just to even it out. So knee to elbow, extend that leg, push up, and then one more time, then switch legs. Modification is doing the push up on your knees. And then you can still do that knee to the elbow and lift up into a leg extension. You'll get a nice stretch with it too. And with the leg extension, you're also working your glutes. You got it, guys. Almost there. Resting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, next we have 4 tricep kickbacks, alternating with 4 straight arm pulses. Here we go in 2, 1. So you want to start with this slight bend in the knees and bend over. Line up your arm with your back. Hold on to those dumbbells, and you're just going to go into 4 extensions by keeping the upper arm steady and kicking it back, squeezing the triceps. And then keep your arms straight and lift into 4 small pulses up towards the ceiling. Alternate between kickbacks and pulses. You should really start to feel this. And you do want to go lighter with the weights on this one. Good. 20 more seconds of work. Resting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next, we are back on the ball for just basic flies. And let's start it up in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So walk yourself out into that bridge position again. You want to turn your palms facing each other. Slight bend in the arm, bring your arms out to the side, deep breath in, and then exhale. Bring those weights up towards the ceiling. Same angle in the arms throughout the entire movement, just a slight bend. Inhaling, drop it down, exhale, come on up. Keep those hips lifted up towards the ceiling, you got it. Slowly and controlled. Good, 20 more seconds on the clock. And we're resting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Next up, 4 hover jacks, alternating with 2 wide push-ups. I know what you're saying, I have enough push-ups already. Just a few more, guys, we're almost there. Here we go, start it up. So, you want a wider position with the hands. You're still keeping that back flat, you're still keeping those abs tight, and you're gonna hop out to the side for 4 hover jacks, and then 2 wide push-ups. So modification is just stepping to the side without hopping, and then doing the wide push-up on your knees. Good, 20 more seconds. And we're resting 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we are back on the ball for a single arm fly, alternating with skull crusher. So you're gonna need that ball, walk yourself out into a bridge position again. Start it up right now, here we go. So perform one fly, so one arm goes out to the side, bring it back to the center, other arm goes out to the side, and then line up your elbows right above your shoulders, bend at the elbows into a skull crusher, extend back up and repeat. So you're hitting the chest and you're hitting the tris, you're working the glutes, you're working the core, total body if you're on the ball. If you don't have a ball, no problem, just lie down flat on the floor. You can still do the single arm flies into the skull crusher. The only modification for this one would be to go to lighter weights. You got this, guys, almost there. And we are resting in 4, 3, 2, 1. Next up, we are back to the burpee with a push-up. We are starting and ending with this crowd favorite. Starting in 2, 1. Here we go, guys. So you remember this, hands down, kick it back into a high plank, perform a push-up, hop back up towards your hands, stand back up, go right into a little hop and repeat. Again, modification is hands down on the floor, step back into a high plank position, drop your knees down to the ground, do a push-up, go back to a high plank, step back up, and then stand up. All right, you are gonna power through this because we are almost done. This is the last one, so work the hardest you can. Know that this is the last one. Come on, guys, you got it. 20 more seconds on the clock. You should be feeling it in the chest and triceps. Getting the heart rate up, 10 more seconds. Good, guys, and you are all done in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woohoo!